Sorry, you guys, I was in the middle of this multiplication. So placeholder 0, now I do 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Add that together. 0, 2, 2. So 220 is my answer. So 220 goes up here. Okay. If you use the trick that Diego and I talked about before, or that I've mentioned before, that you notice that you add an extra 0 to get from 10 to 100, you can add a 0 here to get from 22 to 100. Okay. So 220 is our new numerator. And now we've got a denominator, of 100, which means my percent is going to be that top number. So 220%. Now, it is okay that our percentages are more than 100, because remember, you can have more than 100%. That means that you're paying more than what you originally would, or that you have to do more than you originally would. This is why you have a percentage higher than 100, and that is okay. All right. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to give you some try-it. So I'm going to start on a new page. Okay, so this is my final example before I do some try-its. Now, I know that in order to write a percent, I want it out of 100. But sometimes it's not easy for me to tell what I need to multiply by. So 25 to get to 100, I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't know how to get from 25 to 100. So there are two ways that we can find what number we multiply by. Way number one is we can guess and check. We could go on the left and do a bunch of 25 times something to get to 100. Way number two is we take that 100 and divide it by 25. Okay. This is a way to find how many groups of that number go in. So 25, if I cover up the 0 and the 0, 25 goes into 1, 0 times. 25 goes into 10, 0 times. 25 goes into 100. Well, now I've got to guess and check. Let's try 25 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. That's too low. Let's try 25 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. That's still too low. Let's try 25 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. That's 100. So I know that 25 goes into 100 4 times. Okay, which means that this is multiplied by 4. Okay, that work right there was just to find what the multiplier was. This is not the new numerator. This is just the multiplier, which tells me that now I need to take 17 and multiply it by 4. So now I'm going to do 17 times 4. Because again, we want equivalent fractions. So 4 times 7 is 28. Yeah, 28. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So this is 68, which means I've got 68%. Okay. All right, I'm going to give you two try-its. Again, write any questions you have. All right, your try-its are 43/50ths and 9/20ths. So take a few minutes. You're going to pause this video and you're going to try those two, 43/50ths and 9/20ths. Try to find the percent. You got to go all the way to the percent. Okay. All right. Hopefully you've come back from that pause. So remember, to find the percent, we need to make this a fraction out of 100. So I need to figure out how many times does 50 go into 100? How many groups of 50 are in 100? Well, 2 groups of 50 are in 100. So that means on the top, I need to also multiply by 2. 43 times 2, which I don't know, so I'm going to do some multiplication. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. So 86 should be my new numerator, which gives me 86%. Yay. Okay. Now 9/20. Again, I want my denominator to be 100. How many groups of 20 go into 100? Well, 5 groups of 20 go into 100. So I need to multiply by 5 on the top. And I know 9 times 5 is 45. So this is 45%. Give yourself stars if you got either or both of